Well, sources in Israeli border police speaking to I-24 News are criticizing yesterday's report about the killing of a Palestinian teenage girl in the West Bank city of Jenin. The border police claiming that the report was premature and that the IDF should have waited for more concrete evidence. The United States now calling for accountability after the IDF said an Israeli soldier likely shot and killed 16-year-old Jenin in the head while she was on the roof of her home after a raid in the West Bank city led to clashes with Palestinian gunmen. The IDF saying early on Monday that it believed with high probability that the girl was accidentally shot and killed by a border police sniper during the raid. Let's take a listen now to State Department spokesperson Ned Price on this.
It is a tragic incident. It's a heartbreaking incident. Anytime you hear of a civilian being killed in these types of operations. We understand the IDF is undertaking an investigation into what happened. We hope to see accountability in this case. I did note that outgoing Prime Minister Lapid did offer his condolences to the family of Jenin Zakaria, and we note that her tragic death comes in the context of the escalating violence in the West Bank that we've noted and lamented for some time now. It is this alarming increase in Palestinian and Israeli deaths and injuries, including injuries to numerous children, and now the death of a young Palestinian teenager.
Let's bring in I-24 News' Jonathan Regev live for us in Jerusalem. Jonathan, good morning. The United States speaking out about this. Let's talk about how far this can all go and what the United States means exactly when they're referring to accountability.
I think they want to make sure that Israel is taking all means necessary first in investigating this specific incident and trying to make sure that such incidents do not happen again. The United States, of course, on edge on this issue simply because it hasn't been too long since journalist Shirin Abu Akleh was killed in a somewhat similar incident, and of course Shirin Abu Akleh, not only a famous journalist but also an American citizen. So the U.S. is on edge on this, and I think the Americans understand very well that when you go into situations like this, such as the ones we see practically every night in Jenin, people get killed, hopefully only militants, but bystanders, civilians, people on the side are killed as well. The United States, I think they understand the Israeli needs, but they also want to make sure that Israel is doing as much as it can to prevent civilian deaths.
Meanwhile, Jonathan, criticism from the Israeli border police over this matter. Tell us more.
It's not often that we see a rather public criticism by one branch of the Israeli security establishment against another one, but this is what we're seeing now. Border police being furious on the report published by the IDF yesterday. As you mentioned, border police, the sources telling I-24 News that the investigation and this report was way too premature, and there's still things to investigate, saying that the sniper that made the shot is a very experienced one, and he claims he only saw one armed individual on that roof, and that is why he shot. Other comments made to other news outlets here in Israel are even stronger. Border police sources telling them how come it took the IDF months and months to realize that they are the ones who probably shot Shirin Abu Akleh, but it took them just a few hours to decide that we, the border police, are the ones that shot that girl on the roof. A lot of criticism between the border police and the IDF on this, and we understand that officials from both bodies, the border police and the IDF, are set to convene to meet later today. They have to sort this thing out and sort it out soon, because these two bodies are basically the ones that cooperating with each other and operating every night along the West Bank.
I-24 News' Jonathan Regev live for us this morning. Thank you.